Hello, so this video is going to be a book haul. I cannot not buy books, and Moxie cannot not be all up on me, so please excuse Kat in this general vicinity. But I have quite a bit of a book haul that I would like to share with you, plus also my friend Matt over at Bookpill sent me, I'm guessing some books, because he's addressed it specifically to my book channel. So I will save this to last in hopes that you guys are enticed to stay all the way through this video. So the first thing I want to share with you is the Earthy Trilogy by Le Guin. I got this for $1. Oh, no, not $1 per book, but I got all 3 books for $1. Just really fun covers. So I got 1 through 3. I'm very excited. I've never read anything by Le Guin. I know there's probably a collective gasp going through the world right now, but I'm very happy to read these. I'm especially excited to read her fantasy series first. I do know she also writes science fiction, but fantasy is my baby. I also recently reviewed Ender's Game. It was my first time reading the book, and because I enjoyed it so much when I was at Second and Charles trying to use up my substantial credit, I went ahead and picked up some hardcover books in the series. So this is Ender in Exile. This is Children of the Mind. And then I have Shadow of the Giant. So I do know that I think there are like 10 books, including Ender's Game, in this world. So I'm missing the next book, and I'm missing literally 2/3 of the series. But when I pick them up, or when I find them, I will pick them up and then hopefully pick up the Ender Games series again, or my brother will bring them for Christmas, so that way I can at least read the series and then collect the hardcovers when I find them. I also picked up a brand new book. I really like YA. I really feel like books this thick shouldn't be considered YA. If you don't know, Harry Potter is considered a young adult novel, considering how thick those boys are. It's surprising, but Cassandra Clare, this tattoo right here, is the Clockwork Angel trilogy. She is one of the YA novelists that I buy everything she writes, even though I haven't read half of it. Like, I've read the Clockwork Angel trilogy, and I've read most of the City of Bones. I have all 6 books. I think I stopped somewhere around like 4, and then picked up this trilogy, and then I haven't gotten to read any of the rest of the stuff, even though I have all of them. Like, I have all of them, I think, except for one of the most recent Magic Scrolls. But I picked this up. And the reason I picked this up, one, I don't have it, and I needed it. I think need is a strong word there, but it is one of her signed books. So this is a signed edition. Yes, that is Cassandra Clare's signature. It's just a C with a line through it. But yeah, I picked this up because it was a signed edition, and it was like the same cost as if I just bought the book. So I picked this up, and I'm very happy about that. Now, the rest of these books that I'm going to show you, I paid $1 for. And I picked most of these up for resell. There's only 1 or 2 that I actually want to read. I picked up a first edition copy of Tom Clancy's The Hunt for Red October for $1. This got made into a movie with the late Sean Connery in it. Speaking of novels made into movies, I picked up a first edition copy of The Stepford Wives by Year 11. This one does have some damage to the dust jacket, but the fact it still has the dust jacket, I'm very impressed with. I did very much enjoy the movie, The Stepford Wives, if you have not seen it. But I thought this was cool. I also picked up a first edition copy of The Second World War Triumph and Tragedy by Winston Churchill. I did not know I have a degree in history with an emphasis in American archaeology, so whenever I find really cool history books, I have to buy them. And this one is worth quite a nice sum of money. I think it's like $30. Again, original copy from 1953. I may have to hold on to this until I can read it. Again, because I have a degree in history. But this was amazing. Again, I paid $1 for this. I also picked up Stephen King, first edition, The Dead Zone. It's not The Stand, but you know, The Dead Zone by Stephen King. This is a first edition. It does have some wear to the dust jacket. Of course, some yellowing. 1979. Thought that was excellent. Surprise! I also picked up a first edition copy of The Spy Who Loved Me by Ian Fleming. It's a hardcover first edition copy. Well, this is a book club first edition copy of The Spy Who Loved Me. And I just thought that was absolutely amazing. This lady, it was a woman's house, had quite an illustration in there. Quite an eclectic sense of books. There's these, and then there's a lot of religious texts, a lot of hymnals, and then just random fiction. It's kind of neat. I also picked up this first edition copy of Postcards from the Edge by the lovely late Carrie Fisher. This is about her life in the 70s and 80s. I thought this was cool. This is something more for me that I wanted to read. Carrie's book is savagely funny and Carrie's book is savagely funny and savagely revealing. It makes Moby Dick seem like a big fat dumb book. By Steve Martin. Alright, well, I picked this up because, you know, I love Carrie Fisher, I love Star Wars, and I wanted to read this from the General herself. And then, to my great surprise, I found Isaac Asimov's Nightfall and Other Stories. Another first edition hardcover. There's just a bunch of little short stories in here. This is all of the short stories that are in here. And I believe all of these are by Isaac Asimov. This is from 1969. It does have quite a bit of like dust dirtiness. Wow, light, really? Okay, it has a bit of dust dirtiness here on the edge. And of course some wear to the dust jacket. It also feels very gritty, but I will try to wipe that away. But when I saw Isaac Asimov on the shelf, I had to pick it up. And I think that's it. And all I have left is whatever Matt sent me. So let's see what it is. Really? Aww. I'm guessing he came upon a flush of Neil Hancock books and sent them all to me. Aww. So I have The Wilderness of Four, Book 2. The Wilderness of Four, Book 1. So that unlocks this for me, which I'm excited about. The Wilderness of Four, Book 4. So I just need The Wilderness of Four, Book 3 now. That's awesome. And then he gave me The Circle of Light. So this is another Neil Hancock set. So I reviewed Grimfax Gray Walled. This is Neil Hancock book. The first one. So this is the fourth one in that Circle of Light quartet. So now I just need 2 and 3, and this is completely done. That's so cool, dude. Thank you. How did you come across so many at the same time? You know what? I bet he found them at Verbatim Books. That is quite the hookup you have, sir, if that's where you got these from. Or you just magically were able to find all of them together. But thank you, Matt, for these. I'm very excited. Man, I can't believe you found so many in one place. I love this cover. I'm sorry. I need to figure out who illustrates these, because I love this art style so very much. They're so cool. Thank you. Oh my goodness, I have a lot of listing and a lot of reading now to do, so I hope this was enjoyable for y'all. I've been having excellent luck finding books. I hope I'm going to put out into the world that you too, who is watching this, will also have great luck finding the books that you're looking for. And I will see you all in the next video for a review of something. Bye! Bye. Hello! So this is going to be a substantial book haul. I have... Ma'am, I'm trying to film here.